children, welcome back to maths class of class 6. Children, we are doing the fourth lesson, basic geometrical ideas. In the previous two classes, we learned about some elements of geometry and we learned how to denote these elements using symbols. Today, we continue this lesson by learning about angles. Children, where do you observe angles? Just look around you. The room in which you are sitting, at the corners, you have angles being formed. So, what do you understand by angle? Wherever there are corners, there will be angle formed. Let me make it more clear with the help of an example or with a figure. Now, on the screen, you can see a box or a cuboid. Here, you can clearly mark the different corners, and these corners being points, they are marked using capital letters. Now, at the corners, you find that you will have the angles being formed. These are the angles that are being formed by the two edges. Clear? So, in geometry, we say an angle is formed when two rays meet at a common initial point. Remember what we learned about rays in the first session? In the first session, we learned that rays have one initial point and the other end is endless, or it can continue indefinitely in the other direction. So here you can see in this figure, I have made two rays. These two rays are meeting at one common point. So where these two rays meet, they meet at a common point and you have an angle formed which is marked by this curve. Clear? So we say when two rays have a common initial point or meet at a common initial point, what is formed? An angle is formed. Okay? So children, we will now learn how to name an angle. For that, we have to know the different parts of an angle. Now in this figure, you see that these two rays are meeting at one common point. This common point or the point where the two rays meet, it is termed as the vertex of the angle. It is termed as the vertex of the angle. And here you have two rays on either side of the vertex. These two rays are called the arms or sides of the angle. Arms or sides of the angle. Clear? So what did we understand now? We understood that where the two rays meet, that is called, that common point is called the vertex of the angle, and the other two rays on the either side of the vertex are called the arms or sides of the angle. So how do we name a point? We name a point by using a capital letter. So I have used a capital letter A to name this vertex, and you can take any point on the ray and give it a name by using a capital letter. Here also I will take a point and name it by using a capital letter. So here now I can distinguish between the vertex and arms or sides of the angle. So what will be the vertex of this angle? The vertex of this angle is A. And what are the arms or sides of this angle? They are AB and AC. AB and AC. And this is how a ray is represented. So here the vertex is A and the rays are AB and AC. So now we can name this angle. This angle can be named either by using the vertex. I can name this angle by writing as angle A, or another way is angle BAC. Angle BAC, or it can be written in the reverse order as angle CAB or angle CAB. And another one more thing you will learn today is, you will learn the symbol of angle. So instead of writing the whole word angle, you can write it as angle BAC or angle CAB. In both the cases, you can see that the vertex has come at the center. So this is a correct way of writing. Whenever you use 3 alphabets for writing the angle, you have to remember that you have to place the vertex at the center. So the 2 ways are either by writing using the vertex. Here also I can use the symbol and write, as I can name it as angle A, or it can be written as angle BAC or angle CAB. But using vertex is not always clear when you have more than one angle. Look at this figure. In this case, you will observe 3 angles. Let us first understand where the angles are. Here one angle is formed, another angle is formed here, and a third angle is this angle. So, is it correct if I name this angle as angle O? If I say angle O, I am not clear about which angle I am speaking. So, in this case, the second method will be more clear. So, if I have to name the angle which is formed by the rays OA and OB, I will write it as angle AOB. If I have to name the angle which is formed by the rays BO and CO, I will write it as angle BOC. And if I have to name the angle which is formed by the rays OA and OC, I will name it as AOC. Angle AOC. Here also you observe, in all the 3 cases you have the vertex coming at the center. So children, today we have learnt about angles. So let us again summarize what all we learnt about angles. An angle is formed when 2 rays meet at a common initial point. The 2 rays forming the angles are called arms or sides of the angle. The common point is called the vertex of the angle. In the figure you can see the common point, which is the vertex, and the 2 rays which are called the arms of the angle. Naming an angle. To name an angle, we name any point on one ray, then the vertex, and then any point on the other ray. So you can see an angle which is named as angle ABC, or you can name it as angle CBA. We may also name this angle only by a single letter of the vertex, that is angle B. Children, now we will learn about the regions of an angle. Now because you can consider angle as a curve, you can see that it encloses some area, though it is not a specified area. But the regions of the angle can be divided into 3 parts. That is, if you are marking a point outside the ray and this vertex, that will be called as the exterior or outside of the angle. And suppose you are talking about the point which is inside this portion, that will be referred as the interior of the angle. And suppose any point which are on these rays, then that will be called as on the angle. Let us use some points and understand what we have just learned. Suppose you have a point here which is named as Y, another point here named as Z, and here another point as P. Now if I ask you which point is in the interior of the angle, so what will you say? Point Z is in the interior of the angle. Which point is in the exterior of the angle? That is, neither it is inside or on the angle, but in an area outside the angle. So here you have the point Y on the outside of the angle or in the exterior portion. So which are the points which are on the angle? So on the angle you will name the points which are including the vertex and the other points which are on the rays. So the points on the angle will be O, A, P and B. So now you have understood that angle also has 3 parts, that is 3 regions, that is interior, on and exterior. Regions of an angle. Interior and exterior of an angle. An angle divides the points on the plane into 3 regions. Points lying on the angle, points within the angle, that is its interior portion, and points outside the angle, that is its exterior portion. And in the figure you can easily see the interior, the exterior and on the angle the points which are marked. Students, now that you have learnt about angle, the different parts of an angle and the regions of an angle, we will solve exercise 4.3. Question number 1 of exercise 4.3, name the angles given in the figure. You have been given a figure and from this figure you have to name the angles. Let us first identify the figure, because now you have learnt about polygons. You clearly understand this is a four-sided polygon or it is a quadrilateral. And in quadrilateral, how many corners are there? There are 4 corners. And remember what I told you, the number of corners will be equal to the number of angles. So here, how many angles can you identify? You can identify 4 angles. If you want, you can mark them in the figure by using this curve. But here the question is to name the angles. So we will name the angles starting from here. This can be named as angle A, either by using the vertex, or another way can be angle DAB, or even you can write BAD, that is the same. The second angle can be angle B, or it can be named as angle ABC. This angle is angle C, or it can be named as angle BCD. This angle is angle D, or it can be named as angle CDA. Angle CDA. So you have to just remember that the vertex has to come in the center. Vertex has to come in the center. Question number 2 is, in the given diagram, name the given point or the points. You have been given a figure and 3 questions are asked, according to which you have to answer. The first question is, in the interior of angle DOE. So whenever children you get the questions related to geometry, first you have to study the diagram properly. So here you can see many angles being formed there. There are 3 angles that are formed. Now you have to answer to the question that is asked. You have been asked in the interior of angle DOE. First let us locate angle DOE. DOE. So this is the angle they are asking. So, and you have to name the point which is in the interior of angle DOE. So clearly you can see which is the point which is in the interior of angle DOE. It is point A. So point A lies in the interior of angle DOE. Second part is in the exterior of angle EOF. Now let us locate EOF. Angle EOF in the figure, EOF. So this is the angle that we are talking about. So you have to name the point or the points which are in the exterior of angle EOF. That is, they are not lying in the region, that is inside. So one point will be this, that is in the exterior, C, and even this point A and D, they lie outside angle EOF. So the points in the exterior of angle EOF will be C, A and D. Now part C is on angle EOF. This is angle EOF and here the question is on. Not interior or exterior but on. So all the points which lie on this ray which forms the angle EOF will be on EOF. So the points will be E, B, O and F. E, B, O and F are the points which lie on the angle EOF. Question number 3 is, draw rough diagrams of 2 angles such that they have, and here the options are mentioned. You have to draw the diagrams such that 2 angles such that one point is in common. So here I have made some rays. Now we will name these points. So in this, if I take 2 angles, that is angle AOB. This is the angle I am mentioning, and the other angle as angle COD. Angle COD. In these 2 angles, that is COD, in these 2 angles, there is one point that is in common, that is point O. Clear? In part B is 2 points in common. So if I take the angle XYL, angle XYL and angle LYZ, angle LYZ, what are the 2 points that are in common? They are, in this case you have Y and L, and here you have Y and L. So the 2 points are L and Y common, and in the third case 3 points in common. Again mark some points here. So if you are taking the angle ABD, angle ABD, if you want to make 3 points in common, you can name this angle as angle DBC, angle ABD and angle DBC, angle DBC. In the first case, you have points that is B and D along with F, that is common, and in this case you have D and B and F. Though we don't write, we use only 3 letters to write an angle, but here you can see that this point F, D, B, they are common for both the angles, 3 points. So same thing you can do for 4 points in common. That is, other than the 3 letters, we are marking some other. You know that array is made up of many points. So you can take any points. So in this case, if you take angle BAC and angle CAB, the common points that will be A, F, E and C. Clear? Now the last one is one ray in common. Okay? So let me mark the point here. O, A, B and C. First let us identify the angles. The angles are AOB and angle AOC. Angle AOC. And in both the cases you find which ray is common? Ray OA is common for both angle AOB and angle AOC. Children, today we learn about another topic which is again related with angles. We learn about triangles. Now what is a triangle? Triangle is a 3-sided polygon which is made of 3 sides, 3 angles and 3 vertices. So it is a 3-sided polygon, or you can say it is the smallest polygon. We learnt about polygon in the previous class. We learned that polygons are closed curves which are made of only line segments. And we also learned that we need at least 3 line segments to form a polygon. So you can say that triangle is the smallest polygon, or the polygon which can be made with minimum number of line segments, that is 3 line segments. So here is a figure of a triangle. Now we are going to understand about this triangle, the different parts of the triangle, and also how we name a triangle. So clearly in this figure you can see that there are 3 corners. There are 3 corners. These corners, they are called as the vertex of the triangle. They are called the vertex of the triangle, and in plural we call it as vertices. So how many vertices are there in a triangle? There are 3 vertices in a triangle, and since they are points, we will name them according to here it is A, B and C. So the vertices are A, B and C. Next is sides. Here you can clearly see the line segment AB as one of the side, BC as another side and AC as the third side. Okay, so what are the sides in this triangle? They are the line segments which form the triangle AB, BC and CA, or you can even say AC, CB or BA. They are the same. So how many sides? There are 3 sides. What about the angles? As we learned that the number of corners in a given figure, that many number of angles you will have. So there are 3 corners here. So how many angles are there? 1, 2 and 3. There are three corners or which are the angles. And just now we learnt about naming the angle. You can name the angles as angle A, angle B, angle C. Or if you want, you can name angle A as BAC, B as ABC, and angle C as BCA. So remember, in a triangle there are three vertices, three sides and three angles. Okay? And usually while writing the triangle, we use a symbol. We draw a small triangle and we name it by using the three vertices ABC. So this is the triangle ABC with the three vertices, three sides and three angles. Let us just define what a triangle is. A triangle is a three-sided polygon with three sides, three angles and three vertices. In the figure, you can see a triangle PRQ. So, you can name the three sides as PR, PQ and RQ. And the three angles, you can even use numbers for naming the angles as angle 1, which is nothing but angle R, angle 2, which is angle Q, and angle 3 as angle P. And the three vertices are the three corners, that is P, Q and R. Now you know that triangle is a polygon, so there will be three regions of a triangle, or you can locate the position of any point on the triangle into three regions. Let us understand what they are. This is a triangle ABC. So what will be the three regions? If you locate any point inside this part, that is the area enclosed within the line segments forming the triangle, it is referred to as the interior or inside of the triangle. If suppose you have a point on the boundary which forms the triangle or on the line segments which form the triangle, it is referred to as the boundary or on the triangle. And suppose you have any points outside the given triangle, it is referred to be in the exterior of the triangle, or we say it is in the outside of the triangle. Let us locate some points. So if you have to name the point which is in the interior of the triangle, which lies inside the triangle, which is the point? It is the point X. And which is on the boundary of the triangle, it is the point Y. And which is in the exterior of the triangle, outside the triangle, it is the point Z. And here the region that is interior and the boundary, that is this region, it is referred to as the triangular region. It is referred to as the triangular region. So hope you understood the three regions of a triangle and how you can locate the 3 points which are either in the interior, exterior or on the triangle. Let us revise. Regions of a triangle: interior or inside, boundary on, exterior or outside. The interior of a triangle together with its boundary is called its triangular region. And you can see the figure there. The name of the triangle is triangle PQR, and you can locate the point which is in the interior of the triangle. Point X and Y are in the interior of the triangle. Point T is on the triangle or on the boundary of the triangle, and point Z is in the exterior of the triangle. So children, today we learnt about triangles. So now we can solve the fourth exercise, that is exercise 4.4. Question number 1 of exercise 4.4. Draw a rough sketch of triangle ABC. Mark a point P in its interior and a point Q in its exterior. Is the point A in its exterior or in its interior? So the first part is you have to make a triangle which is named as ABC. So the first part of the question is over. We have made a triangle which is named as ABC. This is the triangle ABC. Second part of the question is mark a point P in its interior. You have to mark a point. The name of the point is P in its interior. You know, this is the region which is called the interior of the triangle. And a point Q in its exterior. Exterior you can mark anywhere, a point Q in its exterior. Another part of the question is the point A in its interior or in the exterior? They are asking whether this point A, is it in its interior or exterior? Clearly you see that it is not inside or outside, but it is on the triangle. So it is neither in the interior or exterior, but it is on the triangle. Question number 2, you have been given a figure and 4 questions are asked based on the figure. Let us solve them one by one. The first question is, identify 3 triangles in the figure. Here you can see 3 triangles. Can you identify them? The first triangle is triangle ABD. It is triangle ABD. The second triangle, this you can say, that is triangle ADC. Triangle ADC. What about the third triangle? It is the big triangle, that is the triangle ABC. So it is triangle ABC. These are the names of the 3 triangles that you see in the figure. Write names of 7 angles. From this figure, from this triangles, you have to name 7 angles. So let us start from any one point. That is, if we start from naming this angle, how will we name this as? Angle ABD. If you have to name this angle, you will name it as angle BDA. If this part of A you have to name, you will name it as angle DAB. In this triangle, if you have to name this angle, you will name it as ADC. Angle ADC. This angle as DCA. Angle DCA. If this part of A you have to name, you will name it as CAD. Angle CAD. And another 7th angle, if you name this angle as a whole, you can name it as angle BAC. Angle BAC. The 7 angles from this triangle. Write names of 6 line segments. Okay. So first we'll name in this triangle. They are AB, BD, DA, DC, AC, and the 6th one you can write as BC. So these are the 6 line segments in this figure. Which 2 triangles have angle B in common? You have to name the triangles which have angle B in common. So B is common for triangle ABD, triangle ABD, and B is also common for the triangle ABC. Triangle ABC. Why not in this triangle? Because the name of this triangle is ADC. You don't have the point B coming there, so angle B will not be common. So the 2 triangles which have angle B in common, they are triangle ABD and triangle ABC. Children, with this we have completed with exercise 4.4. So in today's class you learnt about angles, you learnt about triangle. Hope you understood the concepts that were taught today. So keep practicing till we meet again. Goodbye.